Smells very swampy. Like maybe this is sewage. I would almost grab that stick right there, but it's just too sewage smelling. I see fish enjoying this water. Lots of little minnows, tiny fish. I think this might be drainage for a sewer. That's the overflow. It flows across the road. It's too clear. How does that happen? I don't know how that works exactly, other than the flood. The tiles have fallen off. The flood indicator. I don't think I'll capture that fish. Yeah, it got away. I guess you could do a little fishing in here. The water is a little bit higher on the right side, I think. They got these stones. It's all designed, throwing random stones over here. Got a wall here. They might have planted fish in here. Looks like they cleared out the sand from this spot. I don't know why. They certainly got some muck on the bottom. I don't know if that's intentional or not. Lots of cattails. The cattails seem intentional as well. Oh wow, another vent. So there's something really intentional going on. But a rock broke that. Intentional a long time ago. Yeah, those fish probably got caught up in the flood. There's a turtle. Oh, he just noticed me and he went underneath the muck. I don't know if that showed up on camera. Wow. Yeah, they probably got carried over by the flooding and then trapped into this little pool area. There's another turtle. I think it sees me. It's not a painted turtle. And if they're doing okay, there's a chance for snakes. Snakes sunning themselves, right? Yeah, these cattails are just a wall. Intentionally just a wall. I think they're intentional, maybe not. They're not doing so great with these rocks, which I'm sure humans put here. Trail over there. Alright, I think I'm at about the center exactly of this massive spillway, and they put a trail that leads to it. So that might be, this might be a nice isolated spot to park if I could see how to enter in. So a lot of this seems to be man-made. The flooding certainly has been caused by humans. Flooding in this particular spot. Got somewhat fresh tracks for somebody else walking through here. Hopefully not the game warden. Yeah, I think I might be getting a little too far west. Definitely too far south. It's getting hot. The sun is really becoming annoying. Yeah, I'm definitely not sensing any grackles out here. I know I get close to a Walmart parking lot when I start hearing them. Yeah, I haven't seen anybody else, just little signs here and there. They're maybe focused more on the trail over this way.
You haven't been here before. Welch Park is this spot over here. It's straight. You go straight and take a left. That big old peninsula over there. It's a park. You pay, or you stay on the day in a camping site and whatnot. Grilling and all that. And then you got the marina over here. You can fish off the pier in the marina.
Yeah, there's quite a few fishermen down here. This isn't exactly a trail to just enjoy walking on. And the game warden's just watching them close.
I'm trying to think, like, some of them y'all just don't have, like, they have several series, and for whatever reason, y'all don't carry the other series of it or whatever, and so, yeah. Yeah, but I mean, like, these are, I can't even think, like, of who, I just can't think of anybody else. Wow. But, and so she asked me, she was like, what was the name of that the Nora Roberts one that you wanted? And so she's getting it, but she just hasn't given us any books lately.
Right, yeah.
So, but I honestly haven't been reading it, but now that I have this one,
Can we help you find something, sir?
I will.
Yeah, quiet space.
Yeah, that was good. I'm sorry I didn't hear you.
Yeah, of course.
It had an interesting, yeah, the ending there. It's very sweet.
You see, I had read it already.
Yeah, I have not read it. Yes.
I know all like that one.
Yes.
I'm just having trouble getting it started.
Right. Yeah. Find something?
A quiet space?
The what?
A quiet.
A quiet space. All we have are the room right over there. Or we have some tables back here in the Texas room. We don't have a separate room. We don't have a separate room.
All right.
So hopefully I like some of these.
Are you still looking for a new job?
All right, I don't know how to communicate this properly or even make it entertaining, but smashing this anthill and then digging in with the stick. I dig in, let them all get attached. A bunch of them got attached. Then I slam this against the wood, and I look at the stick, and there were still ants on it. And so I slam it on the ground a few more times, and still there were just a few more ants on it. They were biting. I think they were holding on to the stick by their jaw. I think they were biting that hard. Yeah, I may have been in College Station. I'm not sure, but there's a Walmart north in the north end and a park not too far away. This is the park, and the only parking available is in an elementary school parking lot. Oh, and I got a neighbor. Some truck just parked right next to me, and I didn't see him in the park, so they're parking for the school for sure. There's like two bums in the park. Maybe he parked and went over to that shelter. There was that dude that was at the shelter. I don't like being here. It's too busy. There's kids outside playing, screaming. It seemed like it was a shot, but I don't like it. You got one cord. I mean, Christmas is over.
Do you need a cord or an outlet? Because there's a table right over here that has an outlet.
Well, I was looking at this table
It's
though.
really easy to get to. I
Is
mean,
it-
there's an outlet there, but it's harder to reach. That one over there is easy because it's right along the wall.
Okay.
There's a table in the corner right over there.
I guess, yeah, that might be better.
And the outlet's right
your-
along the wall and really easy to reach.
In your museum.
Yep, in the Texas room.
Okay.
No, over that, there you go.
That was this way.
The outlet's against the wall.
In my humble opinion, I think they screwed up the parking lot. They put a fire department here, and it seems like this would be a parking lot for this park area. Big basketball court. There's just no parking. I'm here, it's packed. It's empty on the picture, but it's packed. I think the parking lot would have been here, but for some reason they decided to put a fire department there. I don't think that was a great decision.
Make arrangements to get you and bring you back here and take care of the motion you filed.
Donna, I guess because I was thinking the $1,000 bond that I paid, that could go towards the fine.
All right,
If
Mr.
you
Don.
do a forfeiture, then I lose $1,000. It's my intent to be in court.
Well, if you want to get an attorney, you can hire an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, you can apply for court-ordered or court-appointed attorney. But until then,
Objection, non-response. The court failed to answer the question, which it was kind of a question. Alright, so I have transferred my eggs from the container to more long-term storage. This has been working out good for me. The eggs seem to do okay. I think they're better protected in this cage than in the container itself. I always know where this cage is, and it's pretty sturdy. I always make such a mess when I cut my hair because I'm afraid there's only one person out there, but that one person can be a problematic issue if I were to cut my hair outside my car. So I cut it inside my car again, starting out using scissors, and then I'll gravitate to this little face beard trimmer thing. So try to get the bulk of it with the scissors. I'm at the point now where it's, it's bumpy. I'll pinch if I find something that I can pinch, and then cut it. I was just straight up cutting it before because I got long enough. Yeah. Like that dude going by, that they probably don't see, they're probably not concerned about me. There's one guy who's got his car positioned where he could just watch me, so I didn't want to cut my hair outside. HEB's got the first digital display I've seen at a gas station. It's interesting. I can put more advertisements on. In their advertising, they were having a picture of Coke being poured, and through these speakers I could hear every minute or every 30 seconds. Yeah, there's the Coke. Every 30 seconds you could hear the pouring of Coke out the speakers. Yeah, I'm far enough south still where this house, I think it's a house. I gotta have 3 air conditioners. And they don't have any on the roof, so it might get a little too wet for that. So I think that's more dry desert conditions to put it on the roof. Alright, I asked ChatGPT why I got such a headache from exercising, which is primarily this thing that was causing my headache. And it said that a lot of it, I know it's from the exercise itself. It's some kind of a stress headache, And ChatGPT suggested that I keep my head forward as I do this, because if I put my head back, that causes the strain that leads to headaches. And I'm feeling it now that I'm aware of what ChatGPT said. I didn't notice it before. I didn't know why I was getting the headache, but I could feel it now that after reading it and actually putting my head back, I feel an increase in pressure in my head. So that makes sense. Do not, or at least at a minimum, try to avoid putting your head back while you're doing this exercise, because it does do something to the blood rush. It's like you're choking your circulation out, hanging like this and then putting your head back. I didn't really know that before. That was a problem I had when I first had dip bars. And this should stop any headaches from happening. Please use the front door. Alright. Yeah, they got a password for this library Wi-Fi. So we're gonna record the asking for the password. Is this the front door? Notary services at the library.
How can we help you?
I was checking the Wi-Fi while I was sitting in my car.
The password is in the little red basket on the table.
The password is little red basket.
Yes, ma'am. You have a great day.
How often do you change it?
We don't change the password.
What a mess. So this Walmart causes unique challenges I've never experienced. It requires a Wi-Fi password, and I put it in, but then it tells me that I gotta double check over email, and it suggests that I should have a phone, but I'm like, McDonald's is over there, I'll just use McDonald's. Check my email on McDonald's and then plug the information into the Walmart password section. It's like 5 letters. But I walk over to McDonald's and then the screen disappears. I get the email, I get the numbers, but the screen disappears, so I can't plug it in. So it's really got a heck of a security measure here. I cannot use this Wi-Fi unless I did use 2 different devices, my tablet and my phone. It's possible I could go through it on my phone, my tablet, and then leave my tablet within the Wi-Fi range, walk over to Walmart, get the numbers off the email, then come back and plug it in. Because I think it might disappear because I get out of range. I don't know. It says there's 15 minutes. It's really just tough. So everything about Marlin looks run down and poor. Everything from the grocery store, Walmart, library. Library's only open 2 days a week for a couple hours each day. They don't pave any of the park. This is a municipal park. They don't pave any of it. People have to walk on the roads downtown. There's no sidewalks. Oh, this is a baseball field. Some dude's driving his dog around. The dog's ahead of his truck and he's just kind of behind it. You can see the dog walking. It could be aggressive in an area like this. There's a chance of aggression. Oh. And I'm heading to Waco at some point. So this morning, since it's not too cold out, I made sure to toss the potatoes in right away. I didn't even bother peeling them. But I'm like, as soon as I step out of this car, I want something cooking. I'm a little hungry, but I just want to have potatoes ready to go. I got milk, and I'm willing to cook eggs. But as soon as I stepped out, while I'm even still dazed, I think I got like 5 minutes left on a half hour, and half hour is maybe too much. But I didn't, the skin is still on. They could be green, but because I've cooked them so quickly, I have more time to cool, and maybe I'll just peel them when they're cooled down. What could this be? Looks like they gave up on a picnic table. Bolts look pretty good. Wow. Oh my god, what the heck just ran? Probably a lizard? The bolts aren't even really... The wing nut part isn't really even that rusty. It's just they beat up that table in an area that's just run down. Anyway, what are the chances that they continue baseball out here? They make it, and it seems to me right as soon as they made it, it was just never used from the start, in my opinion. But they made it. Maybe they just got some free government money and just decided this is the best way to blow it, to make something that just doesn't turn out to be anything. But they still mow all around it, almost like it's going to be used for something. They still pay the mowers. So they've clearly underestimated the flooding problems here. This is to control the flooding, that concrete thing. They also got this plastic thing to try to control the flooding, and it just got beat up and all caved in. This thing didn't do any good. It doesn't look that old either. They've underestimated the flooding. Now why would they do that? You'd think that after all these years people would have a good sense of what's going on. Don't tell me it was just one catastrophic event. I don't know if I can believe that. I think that was just underestimating in general. Yeah, this might be what, 20-25 years old? Untreated wood maybe for a bridge. The rest of it seems okay to get across this flooding, and it is kind of pushing the flooding boundaries. It's still running off down here. Yeah, my heart felt so stiff. I had a stiff heart in the Walmart parking lot, and the exhaust was kind of bad. Also, I want to say, I think I developed this red patch that's permanent now on my face because I was experiencing so much sick stomach. I think this is what came out from that sick stomach feeling that persisted for too long. And It seems like part of the reason I was getting a sick stomach was those tomatoes, which I had some yesterday, and they taste like sickness. I don't know why I keep buying them from Walmart. Those tomatoes and the mixed berries from the frozen fruit section, I think there's a problem that's leading to sick stomach. Also, yogurt causes a sick stomach for me. I really just need foods that are like fatty and all that to settle the stomach, not have anything too acidic. Also, I'm thinking for conservation purposes, I got too many of these. I want to keep 2 because I do like to change out the plates for eggs. 6 yolks each plate, just switch. This third plate is an extra. I spent like $12 on these, but I think I'll just leave it behind. Maybe just put it on the table, let somebody take it if they want. It's got a weight to it, but yeah, I think 2 small plates. I just needed time. I thought I would need 3. That's what happens a lot with me. I'll get excited about it and then buy more than I need, like those yoga blocks, and then end up dumping so many until I just barely have any. I even dumped one of my cutting boards in the last city, so I'm down to 2. I had 3 of this style from Safeway grocery store, but that third was just sitting in the back, kind of taking up room a lot, and I was kind of using it every so often to settle my upper back problems, but now I'm taking a more aggressive approach to cure it. And also I was using it for my laptop, which is rare, very rare. I just use the cutting board to put my laptop on if I want to use my laptop in the car for an emergency video production of some kind. I could probably just work with the other 2. It's so rare that I need to use my laptop in my car because I'm running off a battery anyway. It's a chore to do, but I still crush flax seeds because I think that the nutrition is worth it. So I'll crush them, eat them with a spoon with my chocolate. Alright, I don't know why this is happening, but the cop parked over here and he's just shining his brights right on my car and playing some rap music really loud. I don't think it's the original ones that talked with me. This is annoying. That's actually a cop car and he's blaring rap music. Right, 18 eggs is actually a little beyond the limit. I spent almost $12, $12 pasture raised. What I gotta do though, this one's sticking out too much. This metal thing is resting on it. So what I gotta do is I gotta stand them up until it falls down. Just stand up, like this one's standing up too much. So just stand up the ones around it, I think. Well, I don't want to stand up the super tall ones. And I'm making more room by standing them up a little bit. Okay, now they all fit and not touching. If you listen to these Mexican grackles, they're just hilarious. They go, "Ee!" and you hear them from a distance, and you want to maybe go over and check them out a little closer. And then you hear, and then, they got such a range that sounds like they're like sucking on their tongue, and you can only hear it close enough. But they got also the call that you hear from a far distance, and it's just funny for me to think that maybe they're calling me to do that. Eee! And then I get close, and it's like it's like, I don't know, it's just something about it. All right, so this library, South Waco, normally opens at 10 o'clock Friday, but today they're not open till noon. It doesn't say it on the door. I walked up to the door, so I went on to ChatGPT and typed and pressed the internet button so it'd look on the websites, and it said that this library made a post on Instagram that it's closed from 10 to 12 for staff training, February 7th. They posted it on Instagram, and ChatGPT found it. I mean, I went to the website, but it didn't say anything about this 2-hour closure. But typing in the ChatGPT, it is able to scrape that information off of Instagram.